you get different institution them we una look at, but another key institution we over the past year don't they get challenged na EDSA. Waiting so far on a fan out.
So I think say I don't state them, but let I just repeat them. So actually it's a documentary film, not a written report. So all to then seriously as strategies of politics, not documentary films that we don't realize say work in produce reports, not all man can get time for read them, not all man can able read them. But in 10 minutes or 6 minutes, if you pack all that information in one film, a lot of people then they get access to them. So we talk about EDSA, and one of the things, a lot of homes then they actually get challenges with electricity. And one of the key findings are how much you don't already spend. In fact, we ban they argue in that film say that money we don't spend $585 million, almost $1 billion. In fact, it will pass 1 billion if we actually add now duty-free concessions that we don't get. But in terms of which the money no more they take, say every month you go give to ship where they will not to you $985 million. It's quite a lot. And so states they will not able to get sustainable electricity. So it's the way enterprises are being managed, yes, Musa.
So EDSA they among the institutions them
yes.
This scope.
Yeah.
What's in the scope of the findings for EDSA? I mean the time limits, time frame.
So now we talk. So we look at EDSA within the last 15 years.
But in the last 15 years, EDSA not been there.
No, which I mean electricity.
Okay, so we just electricity supply only when I look at that.
Yeah.
And the ship now one una look into how much in una findings Salone don't spend on the ship in the last 5 or 6, 7 years since the ship
we cannot disaggregate, but in terms of electricity expenditure. But in fact, the ship now carry the vast of the expenditure. So if you take, like for example, if we spend $6-7 million every month, you multiply that by 12, you multiply that by the number of years where the ship don't take.
Okay.
You will actually see the staggering figure, so it gets running into hundreds of millions of dollars.
Still get for do with EDSA. Is it that EDSA CSF not get proper structure in place we make up till now, as a country we find it difficult for get access to light?
This report not look at the functionality of EDSA, we look at state-owned enterprises in general. So EDSA now just one spotlight, will not do a deep dive. So definitely I will be handicapped for letting you actually go into EDSA and operations.
When I actually look at challenges of some of them state-owned enterprises here, so
in general, yes.
Because EDSA, when you talk to EDSA, when they present them budget every year, they tell you about how government self own EDSA. Buildings like you building, they see sometime back, Lavali they close service on them. They see EDSA, they raise concern. Government buildings in particular, they know they raise concern. They need to buy, they need to pay for lights and also water. And most times, government need to do business to itself. They see insurance coming in, government, but government vehicles being insured by private institutions. When I in any way look at the challenge of the state-owned enterprises here,
so all of that they fall inside that broad category to talk about the politicization of institutions. If in a private sector they operate, in that private sector they deliver services to any building, they get there's a possibility say, with either you take that bill, then people and they to court for letting pay you money, or you find a way for let you do something about your debt. But over and beyond government owing EDSA, we take a lot of things about you if you look the cost of electricity, the unit cost of electricity, it's almost unaffordable. For let you get that car power ship, the unit cost of the megawatt they pay for, as opposed to if we take that same money, they will develop a dam, we will pay like 10 cents per megawatt. In this way, I would get around 24 cents. It's almost unsustainable. On top of that, if we talk about government taking loan and not get without paying in terms of electricity bills. So there is quite a lot. But like I say, we'll not actually delve into the economics of energy inside EDSA. We look at broadly state-owned enterprises then.
All right. So at this point, as a country, what do we need for do as we, for handle a lot of the issues them where this documentary highlight?
So in fact, you will see all of that, most of that inside volume 2. because volume 1 actually paints most of the problems, the challenges them. Then volume 2 talks say if government actually, get other partners, other players, especially the private sector, for let it help, it can help. So we take, for example, one entity when telecoms, we managed by a private sector, we in a Zoot Labs, and the same one facility managed by a government entity, when a SALCAP, say there is this Africa to Europe coastal, fiber cable, the same way the fiber cable land. With the fiber cable land with loan from World Bank, $30 million for say, manage the fiber cable. And why then the important in the sense that it can make internet cheaper and they make it affordable and they make it efficient and faster. So World Bank give that $30 million. Government may be the manager first. They call them Zoot Labs. They call them SALCAP. Under SALCAP, see what happen. Apart from the $30 million, SALCAP go back a loan because of bad management. A loan $500,000 in we look at banking system. They pay tax. We look at the tax. The tax we then owe to NRA. Now $4.8 million. When you watch, waiting they forgive NATCA in terms of fees. They not be they pay NATCA in terms of fees. But with Zoot Lab can from 2020 after the takeover don't happen, the difference in the documentary says like day and night. Zoot Lab they pay $1.8 million to government every year. Because government itself by 2020 realized this one this SALCAP arrangement not the work and SALCAP not go able only generate profit, but not go able make back or pay the money we go to the World Bank. And you see say if you collect now $1.8 million over 15, 16, 17 to 20 years, you will able to pay that the concession period real longer. Let me just finish this point. When you watch back the money they pay to NRA, then the Zoot Lab they pay regularly to NRA. Not that Zoot Lab is a perfect company, but it's one perfect example of how private sector it can cover the slack. Now imagine say all of them companies there, you actually been privatize them. Then you get that which you call privatization commission. It actually become the regulator where they enforce a competition law and it care about services. In fact, waiting day in that volume 2, we realize the under Zoot Lab, the price of megabytes from them now to the service providers, it don't reduce from $40 to $10. So as a matter of fact, the documentary, the team was silent about where I think we need to talk openly about. By right now, the prices of megabytes to the last mile for reduced. Because with fiber optic, because of better management, then prices they don't reduce. At that level, from Zoot Lab now to the ISPs and to the independent the service provider.
How then they possible, Andrew Lavali, when the telecoms company they run by private sector and the aim of any business now for make profits.
Okay.
Now we get Saratel. We reflect or wanna look or review inside this report. When one of the institutions them we government they lost plenty couple. When them come with floor price and other measures them, when the public raise concern, the Ministry of Information say this now strive for protect the companies them for make them not die out. Somebody ask, why is it governments they put skills for protect private enterprises they make them not die, but that kind of skill they not give to Saratel for make it survive?
Musa, I know they talk about telephone, I talk about internet. I try for talk about. Let me finish.
Yeah, but if Saratel sell the telecom business.
No. I know you talk not different. You actually compare apples and oranges. So what they say, the internet, that fiber optic, we government take $30 million from World Bank for let him manage, and under them internet services bad under SALCAP. The internet cost high because we talk about the wholesale cost. The wholesale cost now waiting SALCAP they sell to service providers. That wholesale cost they don't drop. Now they talk about from $40 to $10. 300% reduction in price. So as a matter of fact, then service providers and they now, and you try for talk about mobile phone companies. As a matter of fact, now then they sell. Who's how they get internet from? Who's how they get internet from? You get homes and then now you get service providers where they sell internet to the homes and they would expect say that last mile user, because of that drop in price as a result of efficiency in the management of internet fiber assets, you for reduce them prices and then now they talk about the telephone management.